What's up, everybody? It's Alex from ASC. It is a Snap on Tuesday. Got a bit to talk about, lots going on. Where to start? So, Snap on Tuesday, Jody and, gosh, what was his name? Paul. Jody's kind of area manager come today to see me because obviously the issues with this box. I basically said that I'm not going to pay for it until they sort it out because I'm a Snap-on super fan, not a Snap-on super idiot. So they've basically said that they're going to replace the top drawer, this one here that's got the paint mark on it, and they're going to order 2 runners for the next 2 drawers down that are hitting at the minute or tapping, and then they're going to look at realigning the drawers so that they're not hitting into each other. So hopefully we can sort out this, this colliding issue here. With regards to how the box sits, as in the gaps, we did mention, well, I kind of questioned to him, I said, how is it that a drawer runner is going to affect whether it goes, onto the other drawer? I get that, but I would also question whether the cabin, like this piece, is actually built true. And if it's not, is that why it's leaning forward? So anyway, the plan of action is they're going to order me the drawers, the runners. They're going to replace that top drawer and the titanium trim on the side, which is damaged on this one, the corner. They're going to realign the drawers, replace the top one, and then we're going to take the top section of the box kind of from the stainless steel sort of level off, realign it and see if we can kind of, wiggle it around and get it right. If that doesn't work, the guy was actually really nice and he said, look, what do you want us to do? He said, if that doesn't work, we're going to order you another box, so you get another one anyway. I'm not going to have 3. I don't need 3. But, so true to their word, Snap-on are on the case. They're trying to fix it. They're trying to help me out, which is a good thing. So hopefully, shortly, well, I know the drawers already ordered, but we'll get the runners and go through the motions of trying to sort of true this up and get it straight and level and whatnot. But again, like the guy at Snap-on said, if the kind of the base of this box, like the cartridge or everything sits in, if the guys wherever they've been built have not correctly put it, like a millimeter out in the jig and then welded it all together, it's going to be out. So we'll see how we go. They're either going to fix it or they're not. They're going to replace it. So we'll just see what gives. What else? Drone's back. Got my drone finally back from Unique. The guys did a few test flights on it and couldn't find any issues with it. Even though I'd sort of said, I was merely trying to take, well, not trying to, but yeah, the drone had a mind of its own and it was trying to take people out, including myself. So that's hopefully sorted and fixed again. What else? Chaser is back in the workshop. It's back jacked up. I decided to take out I bought a Kaz 2-way diff. Show you that. Yeah, see in there. So it's a 2-way lockable diff. It's a lot fiercer than the standard LSD. Designed not to let one or the other wheel slip. It's 100% traction both sides. I think it's a 16-plate clutch. Each side has an 8-piece clutch system, and the bite is phenomenal. Probably slightly too much for what I need on the streets. This is going to be a street car. I'm not going to drift it and kill it because it is just too nice to trash. So at the minute, let's just take you down here. So at the minute, the car's up in the air. Got some Super Pro bushes in just up here. So yeah, the prop shaft is kind of hanging down, the diff is in and it's all sort of bolted up, but I'm just waiting for some ATV to sort of harden before I fill it full of oil, so I don't get diff oil spraying everywhere, and then I can bolt it all back up and put it on the ground and drive it again and make sure that's okay. What else? Lotus stuff. So the V8, there you go. So I've been building the V8 up steadily. We've got the turbos on, flywheels in. The sump was on, but I decided to take it off again because I'm not, how the dipstick is supposed to sit I think I've got like a copy part. So this isn't an original Lotus dipstick. This is this isn't a Lotus original dipstick pipe, but this is an original dipstick. But this still doesn't fit properly in this, and the way that Lotus describe it, this is supposed to be fixed to the block via a little tab that comes off of here. Now I don't have that. Now how that works is you can see the dipstick just there. So obviously you set it on like a special tool into the sump, and then as you put your dipstick in, it sets the desired length of the kind of end of the dipstick sort of into the protrusion of the sump, and that will set your oil level. Obviously oil is, level is pretty important in a car, so it's not right. I've ordered another dipstick tube. Sump's back off, we'll go again and get it right, because I'm not messing around and having it go wrong again. So yeah, one build, do it right. What else have we got to talk about? I think that's about it. I've had some breakages this week. Jodie's obviously sorted some bits out, some new tools and things like that. My gun, where is he? The end of this, that little ring, my one failed and kept dropping sockets off the end of it, so they changed that out for me. But I think that's about it. I think that is about it. I've been looking at a new car as well. I think I'm going to sell the Lexus. I think I'm going to get a shot of it. It's no fun compared to this. It's just dead slow. The Chaser is a bit of an animal, and I kind of got used to the power of it. So driving the Lexus, it's very similar as in cars, the suspension and feel, and it's a four-door saloon. It's a very similar car, but this thing absolutely flies, whereas the Lexus is kind of like 5.5 hours to get to 60. Insurance is still ongoing with it. I actually made a formal complaint to the lady's boss, the person I've been dealing with, this lady, I think she was called Natalie, but I made a formal complaint to her boss and said if nothing was sorted soon, I'm going to go and speak to the Ombudsman and get them involved, because obviously 6 months for an accident that wasn't my fault while I'm sat in my house and my car's parked outside. No fault of my own, but I've lost, no claims bonus, the car's in here in bits, and it's pretty shit. Pretty rubbish. But also, one thing I did do, do you remember I had the gauges in the centre of the dash up here, and I never really liked them because the cables ran out the back of the dash, and I do terribly suffer from OCD. If something's going to be done, I like it done right. Well, in the end, I made a template of the passenger side airbag, took the airbag out because I don't like them anyway, I think they're dangerous, and I've fiberglassed a little gauge holder to go in the dash, and the cables obviously now run underneath the glove box, so I can see my gauges from my driver's seat. Obviously it's nice and white, holds all my gauges, I don't have any loose cables, and it sits in the dash and it kind of looks like it was meant to be there, which is quite cool. I like that. I should show you it from this side. Look, there you go. So it's kind of sat into the dash, but yeah, it's in like what was the airbag hole. It's quite nice. But I think that's about it. Weather's nice today, lovely sunshine out, temperature's warming up, hence the t-shirt. And I think that's all we've got to talk about, really. As soon as I get any updates, I will keep you guys informed, let you know what's what. But for now, I think that's about it. Yeah, see you soon, guys. Take care.